All right. Today we're going to look at some of the tips for first time interviews. I chose to address these ones because they tend to be difficult, nervousness, and all those factors which might affect you in your first interviews. All right. So let us look at the 5 tips for first time interviews. All right. Number 1, which we chose, you have to be yourself. Let me just highlight this so that we're done on this point. Right. Point number 1, you just have to be yourself. But I think we've heard this more than a million times. Be yourself in an interview. Be yourself in this one. But how do you become yourself? So in other words, we're saying avoid unnecessary pressure. Or is it necessary, but you have to avoid pressure? How do you do that? You can do that by using this trick, which I found very useful. You should never think of maybe a company as your last hope. They've called you, which means that some other companies might call you as well. So just take it as maybe a game, because tomorrow you live to fight another day. So just take it as it is. It's an interview. Either I pass or I fail. So if you take it as maybe a death sentence, you are destined to fail, because the moment you enter the interview room, you're already nervous. You think that if I fail this, where will I go? Avoid that one. Relieve yourself some pressure. Think of it as just another day, another interview, one of many. Because let me assure you, if they've called you, then the next person is also going to call you. That's one way to avoid pressure and be yourself. Actually, you have to enjoy yourself. Right. Then we go to number 2. Only think about the question at hand. Right. How do you do this? Right. What do I mean by this? A lot of people, they tend to fail their interviews because they've missed the previous question, or they are not satisfied that they've answered correctly the previous question. So instead of focusing, let's say you didn't quite answer question 2, then now you're on question 3, you keep thinking about question 2. That is going to affect also question 3. Or you're thinking, okay, after this question, what are they going to ask me? That is wrong. You have to think of the question which you're answering and satisfy that question. All right, without wasting any time, we go to point number 3. Give precise answers. Your answers in an interview, although they are not supposed to be maybe very short, because that way you will look stubborn or arrogant, but they should be precise. Avoid beating around the bush. They ask you, what is your name? You tell them your name. They ask you, what are your ambitions? My ambitions are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Avoid saying, because maybe my father did this or did that, so I want also to do. No. Just focus on what they've asked you. All right, then the 4th part is to look straight at the interviewers. All right, you shouldn't, and I mean it, you shouldn't look the other way when they are interviewing you. This is to ensure that you are satisfied, because just to remind you, when you're answering your questions, those interviewers, their reactions, they are reflecting your answers. You say something, and the way they react, it says a lot about what you're saying. So make sure you're looking at them. Either maybe you change your tone, lower your voice, or so look at them. They are giving you feedback right away. All right. Then the last one, avoid overconfidence. Let's say maybe you've mastered my last 4 tips. Now you're answering their questions, but avoid being overconfident, because sometimes overconfidence, some people don't like overconfidence. So it's not good to be overconfident. Thank you, and subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this, videos in any field or for any subject.